guys, so I'm going to try this again because every time I do walkthroughs, nobody really, I don't know, seems all that interested. But um, I'm going to do 2 walkthroughs of 2 tarot decks. I am going to go and get those walkthroughs for the Wizard's Tarot and the Sensual Wicca. Just give me a minute. I forgot all about it and just remembered. So I am going to go through and do that. So, anyway, I got these for Christmas. I did a kind of a small walkthrough of the Necronomicon tarot deck because I also got that. But anyway, so I guess we're going to start with the Beetlejuice one. I was wanting to get like decks from like the 80s and such. I feel personally that does really well for me with like inner child stuff. That's just what's going to work for me. I don't have any, I only have one like kind of 70s, 80s inspired Oracle deck. And I wanted to get Music Oracle and those Star Wars affirmation cards. So to me, those would be really good for inner child work. Just that, and hey, all the Gen Xers out there. I already have Garbage Pail Kids and Disney villains. So I don't want to do Dark Crystal. I'm kind of iffy on Dark Crystal and Labyrinth because they're Pip decks, and I hate Pip decks. So anyway, I had these out earlier, so they're not necessarily going to be in order. So that was the Beetlejuice one. And I don't see... Oh, there you go. As far as the creators go. So, to start with, cardstock is good, all of that. But the only thing that I don't like, the box is sturdy, is the guidebook. The guidebook is basically one big, humongous poster. And that creates issues because it's really thin paper and that can rip. And then trying to unfold it and refold it and all that junk just would be a pain in the ass. I mean, the pictures are in black and white, but it's just, But anyway, they are not necessarily in order because, well, I used them earlier when I was doing some things. So, I saw this deck, months and months and months ago. Somebody was talking about it. Oh, yeah. Because whenever they're making, like, nostalgia kind of decks, it's almost always a freaking Pip deck. And I wish they would put more thought into these decks. So here we have the tower, which would be the bridge. That makes total sense to me. The star, because that was Lydia's wish. The moon, strange and unusual. I don't understand I don't understand that one. I'd have to look at the thing for that. Of course, the sun. And then here we have Judgment. I think that's supposed to be Papa Legba. It's been so long since I've seen the movie. Maybe not, but I haven't seen the movie in years. The World, because if you saw the movie, of course there's wands and there's that big and bug, and then of course another wand. Like I said, they're not going to be in order because of the fact, and I haven't seen the next Beetlejuice because, well, I gotta wait, I guess, until it comes out on Tubi or something like that, or get the DVDs. So I guess these are like all the wands. The other thing with Pip decks is that it's really difficult to read them intuitively, and because a lot of the decks I get, I can't always see the print um on the decks. So uh it, that's kind of why I really struggle with pip decks. And then of course you just got to go by the meanings and such. And I'm probably skipping cards because I just got this deck and I haven't like shuffled it. So a lot of these cards are sticking together. Might help if I turned it right side up, right? So, of course, woo, that was weird. So, I guess those are all the wands. Now we're on to cups. I think that's stuck together. Yeah, it did. Well, maybe not. But, when you get a new deck like this, and you don't, you gotta shuffle it, because if you don't, then the cards do have a habit of sticking together. I love that. I should have made that one the lovers, though. The football players, Lydia on her bike. Oh, I remember her. Oh, the dinner scene. I know he was in the ghost world or whatever, but I don't. Cups, I guess he's just kind of like, I don't remember a barber either. Maybe that's from a deleted scene. Talking to Lydia. We're still in the cups. Swords. These are, the art with this and Ghostbusters is kind of similar, but it is kind of hard, though, to read intuitively when they're just standing there like that. So some of them would be kind of hard. It is kind of pippish. It's kind of like why I didn't want the Star Trek deck, because they're not really... Oops! That went well. Always happens. Oh, God. I am too old. It's kind of hard to hold a phone and then try to do this. So, but I will have to shuffle these cards really well. Just so that they don't stick together like this. It's very annoying. Then there's Beetlejuice as the snake. The door. I don't understand what that has to do with swords, but it's been a minute since, but I came in and I missed a lot of the live. I mean, this would just be something you'd have to memorize the guidebook with, or take notes like a tarot journal type of thing, and take notes with it. And try not to use that guidebook, because that's like really thin paper. That's the only like thing that I kind of really have an issue with, is the way that they did the guidebook. Oh, I really don't like the way they did the guidebook. Oh, that's funny. I mean, you can kind of, but when it's people just, standing around and just doing nothing, that's kind of hard to... Oh, I remember her. Oh, there's some stuff I'm kind of... Yeah, where they... Maitland. Ooh, okay. It's probably ones I pulled out earlier. Yeah, that's what the back looks like, by the way. The devil. That's kind of funny. Temperance. I'd have to rewatch the movie. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. Long time since I've seen the movie. I just had that one out earlier. Yeah. Ooh. What is that now? Justice. Yep. The Hierophant. Strength. Yeah. The Chariot. Yeah, that total makes total sense. Of course. Oh, that was the Hermit. This is the Hierophant. But, yeah. The Emperor. That makes total sense. The Magician. I didn't necessarily think that he really had everything together. The High Priestess. The Book. The Empress. That makes total sense. And of course, we have the Fool. So, but that is the, put all these back, the Beetlejuice tarot deck. And now we're going to go through the Ghostbusters one. So I had to set that down. I can't, do things with only one hand. So this is Ghostbusters. See if it's on the side too. It doesn't say who the author is. Or, okay, yeah, there we go. Written, yeah, there you go. There's the writer and illustrator. So this is, I like this guidebook. It's just the typical guidebook, and it's decent size, and all the pictures, the majors are bigger than the suits. So, and again, I use this, so it's not going to be in order. So that's what the back looks like. The gates, I guess. So here we go. Slimer in the World. Justice. The Hanged Man. Well, yeah. I don't know. I think that would be more of like the Justice or Judgment card, but that's just me. Death. I don't know. I kind of feel like if they had done the Titanic scene. Temperance. The Devil. Well, that makes sense. I can agree with that. The Tower. Yep. The Star. Yeah. The Moon. The Old Lady at the Library. Well, I don't know about that one. The Sun. But that's the Blood Moon. Oh, yeah, that's kind of weird. I would have reversed those, but okay. Judgment. The World. Is that supposed to, I think this is from Ghostbusters too, because of the baby. So I think this has to do with both of the movies, maybe. That's just me. It's kind of weird that they're green like that, but I get it. It's kind of like a collage type of thing. You know, probably with copyright stuff, so it's not going to be like an exact depiction of their faces, I would think. I don't know. So, but like I said, and plus each of the suits is a different color, so now we're on to the wands. I guess all the wands are purple. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go back through and read the guidebook as to why they're all different colors. Queen of Wands. I'm not having the issues that I did. I don't remember. Oh, I think that's the scientist. I don't know that I remember. Page. Oh, so it's traps. Okay. Yeah, I should have said that before. So I guess it's traps. And then... Okay, yeah. So now we're on to traps. I think we're about out of traps now. Yeah, this is a bit pippish, so I'd have to watch that. Come on, I think we're out of traps. Yeah, that is a bit. We gotta be done with traps. Man. Okay, so King of Streams. So I guess, yeah, wands, traps, streams, because, you know, from the that's what they would use to catch the ghosts, I guess. So yeah, the jogger. There's more streams, so it's not exactly like the beginner deck. It is a bit pippish, but we can work with this. Yeah, we should be about done with streams. Yeah, I think we're about done with streams. Okay, so now we're on to marshmallows. Guess having to do with Mr. State Puff, right? Yeah, good old Mr. State Puff. I don't remember. Maybe because the actors were all older than me. I don't remember Slimer. I don't remember State Puff Marshmallows, but that could be me. I don't even remember even. So, yeah. So that was... Yeah, okay. So this is the Hermit. And this is Strength. Of course, here's the Chariot. The Lovers. That makes total sense. The Hierophant. I think that's the Hierophant. Yeah, that's the Hierophant. The Emperor. Yeah, so I guess this is incorporating both the Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. The Empress. The High Priestess. The Magician. The Fool, of course. Ace of Wands. Okay, so there you go, guys. That's kind of my walkthrough of the decks. That I got. I'm pretty happy. But I'm going to have to, you know, memorize stuff with that and such. My memory's crap. So, yeah. But anyway, those were my walkthroughs. Peace, love, and light, guys. And we will see you later. Bye.